At Google's headquarters, emergency meetings erupt as an internal memo is leaked saying Atlas breaks the way the web works. For years, Chrome has ruled with 65% market share, feeding billions into Google's ecosystem. But OpenAI's Atlas browser is not just another challenger, it is a direct assault, blending AI agents and real-time intelligence into every click and every search. Is Chrome's reign about to collapse, or will Google fight back? Inside Google's Mountain View headquarters, the mood is tense and unsteady. Leadership huddles behind closed doors, phones buzzing with urgent Slack messages. Chrome, the browser that once swept aside Internet Explorer and Firefox, now sits at the center of a storm. For over a decade, Chrome's grip on the web has been nearly absolute, holding about 65% of the global browser market. That dominance is not just a technical victory, it is the engine behind billions of dollars in search and ad revenue, the gateway that feeds Google's entire business model. But the Atlas memo has shattered any illusion of safety. One senior engineer quoted in the leaked thread did not mince words. Atlas breaks the way the web works. Within hours, teams from Search Ads and Chrome scramble to assess the threat. Emergency meetings spill into the weekend, with executives demanding projections on user churn, ad click erosion, and the risk of losing high-value power users to an AI-native competitor. The panic is not just about features or speed, it is about the foundation of Google's empire. Millions of sites are optimized for Google's ranking. An ecosystem is built around Chrome's rules, and the business model assumes users start every journey in the search box. Now, for the first time since Chrome's rise, Google's leadership is forced to ask, what if that foundation is no longer secure? Atlas arrived on October 21st, 2025, not as a tweak to old habits, but as the world's first browser built from the ground up with AI at its core. This isn't a bolt-on assistant or a sidebar novelty. Atlas is a workspace where intelligence is woven into every step, reshaping how users interact with the web. The ChatGPT sidebar stands ready on every page, offering instant summaries, deep explanations, and context-aware writing help. No more bouncing between tabs or copying text into a chatbot. But the real disruption comes from agent mode. With a single command, users can delegate entire workflows, planning trips, comparing prices across dozens of sites, even filling out forms and compiling research, while the AI works in the background, opening tabs, navigating pages, and surfacing results. Each action is gated by clear permission prompts, keeping the user in control, but the heavy lifting is handled by the agent. Atlas's approach to search is equally radical. Instead of typing queries and sifting through blue links, users ask questions in plain language. The browser pulls information from across the web, compares sources, and delivers direct answers, often without ever touching Google search. Ads and tracking scripts are optional. Users can opt out entirely, letting Atlas rank information by personal relevance, not by who paid for placement. Memories remember what matters, making it easy to revisit key findings or trends. On launch day, Atlas was available for macOS, with Windows and mobile versions promised soon. For the first time, browsing feels less like a chore and more like having a digital assistant, one that rewrites the rules Google spent decades perfecting. Money began moving the moment Atlas launched. Within days, analytics firms reported a 10 to 15% drop in search traffic for major publishers among early Atlas users, a signal that ad clicks and referral revenue were already slipping from Google's grasp. For a company whose search and ad business generates over $160 billion a year, even a single-digit shift in browser market share threatens billions in lost revenue. Venture capital funds responded by pouring money into AI browser startups and, in some cases, quietly shorting Alphabet stock. Microsoft, sensing opportunity, accelerated Edge's AI feature rollouts to avoid getting caught flat-footed. Financial markets are watching as Atlas's impact ripples through Google's core business, turning what was once theoretical risk into a tangible multi-billion-dollar threat. Security experts were quick to spot new cracks in Atlas's armor, while Chrome's phishing block rate stands above 92% in industry tests. Atlas's AI-powered protections lag behind, blocking fewer than 60% of simulated attacks. Analysts warn that Atlas's agent mode, built for automation, opens up fresh targets for prompt injection and credential leaks, especially when users hand off complex tasks. Concerns about memory access and cross-site actions have surfaced in technical reviews, with some cautioning that enterprise adoption could stall until these risks are addressed. Privacy advocates highlight that, despite Atlas's granular controls, no formal investigations have been launched by EU or California regulators. For now, Chrome's mature security infrastructure remains a key advantage, as Atlas's promise of AI-driven autonomy comes with a new set of vulnerabilities. Google's future now hinges on two paths. The first is an aggressive push to embed Gemini deeper into Chrome, rolling out smarter summaries, voice-driven search, and context-aware answers to 2 billion users. Analysts expect these features to reach most Chrome installations by 2027, but warn that layering AI onto an old framework risks a fractured experience. The alternative is far riskier, a full AI-native rebuild of Chrome, with Gemini as the foundation and agent-driven workflows at the core. Industry experts see this as a multi-year gamble, unlikely to launch before 2028, if ever. Inertia, ecosystem complexity, and fear of breaking the web for 2 billion users all weigh heavily. If Google hesitates, the next 3 to 5 years could see Atlas and other AI-native browsers quietly siphon away the most valuable users, leaving Chrome's dominance for the first time truly in doubt. Today, Chrome's dominance faces its first real threat in over a decade. As browsers become intelligent gateways, the future of the web and who controls it is suddenly up for grabs.